Hello everyone, welcome back. In this lecture, we'll talk about how to build a linear regression in TensorFlow. In the previous lecture, we talked about the model architecture. We consider a simple equation y hat is equal to a plus b into x, and this can be modeled such a way like x into b, and we add with the initial value of a, and which you'll get the y hat. And then what we'll calculate is error, and from the error we'll calculate sum of square error, which is what our cost function. From that cost function we will pass that to our gradient, and we will update the values of a and b. So this is the idea, and let's see how to build this in TensorFlow. First of all, let's download the data, and in this case the data which I downloaded is linear underscore data, and take this data and drag and drop into your Google Drive, and once you drag and drop it will upload that file automatically. So this is the file what we are dealing in this case. So we have the x and y. X is an independent variable and y is a dependent variable. So this is what the data we will try to train in our TensorFlow. Okay, let's create the Google Collab. Go back and right click more and click on Google Collaboratory. Now I have imported all the libraries and also I set the path. And by just checking the command ls, you can see that I have a folder data and also the file linear regression. So let's check that what is the files there in the data, and we see that we uploaded the data file linear underscore the data file here. So this is the data we are working on. So what we will do is the first thing is that let's load the data. So loading the data, we can load the data in the data frames using pandas. So pd.read CSV, since it is a CSV file, read CSV in my data folder linear underscore data dot CSV. So let me check that it's a df.head. Oh, pandas is not imported. Also import the pandas here. Import pandas as pd. Okay, we have imported the pandas. So this is the data set we are working on now. And as you can see that we have the independent variable x and dependent variable y. Let's split the data into independent and dependent. Split into independent and dependent. So x is my independent parameter df, and check the f and convert back into values. So values which will convert into the array. And similarly just also do it for y dot y. And since we are working on array, make sure that we are working on the proper shape. So the shape is very important in our case. Let's check the shape, x dot shape and y dot shape. And if you check that, the shape of the x is 50,1 and the shape of the y is okay. We are missing the shape here. So let's put one more list into this and we will get the shape now. Let's check that. Yes, we have the proper shape now. So let's look into the scatter plot, plt.scatter of x comma y, and what you'll get here is the scatter plot. We got the nice scatter plot, and x-axis the range is from 5 to 25 and the y-axis range is from 0 to 25. Let's put the labels plt.xLabel, which is what my independent, and similarly plt.ylabel my dependent. Finally plt.show. Okay, y label. Yes, so we got independent parameters as well as the dependent parameters. Now we are good to go, and let's build the linear regression. First of all, let's create the formula what we are trying to create here. So let me create the text, and that is a linear regression. And the formula that I'm going to use in this case, it is y hat is equal to a plus b into x. So this is the formula I just want to build. Let's put it in the markdown formulas, and by putting the $sign, and we will get that markdown formula in the LaTeX file. So this is the model we try to build. Y hat is equal to a plus b into x. A and b are the variables that we need to create. Let's click on text and let's take an image of our model architecture. You can find the URLs in the resources. Exclamatory mark image, and this is the model architecture which we are trying to build now. So in this case, we have the input x. We need to do some multiplication, and which you need to add with a. And finally, what we have to do is that we need to calculate cost function gradient and update the values of a and b. So this is the model which we want to do. In the next lecture, we'll continue on this. Thank you very much.